What's going on, you guys? I'm gonna show you how I'm making as much as 29,000 pounds in a single day. Okay, look at that. What does it say? Yesterday. By the way, that's just yesterday. Today, the day has just started here in the UK. We're at about 1,500 pounds. And you know, a lot of the times when you're on the internet, you see people talking and sharing all this stuff, and sometimes you may be skeptical and you might think to yourself, you know, does this stuff actually work? Well, I'm going to show you this here right now. And then yesterday, look, I'm just going to scroll down. Okay, look at that. What does it say? Yesterday it was 29,000 pounds from 469 orders, and this came in. Okay, once the system is set up, this comes in almost every single month as soon as there's a few things in place that just flat out work. Okay, and what I'm going to share with you is the lessons, because you know, when I started online 10 years ago as a broke punk kid, you know, growing up in my parents' house and, you know, dropping out of university in my final year, I would have loved if someone could show me how to make 29,000 pounds in a single day. And the truth is, and I'm grateful, people did. Those were called mentors, and those mentors showed me a clear path of how to get started in business and then how to grow my business. And which is why for the last 10 years, that's a long time actually, in this industry, for the last 10 years, I haven't just been surviving, but I've been able to thrive. And the reason why I've been able to thrive is because of some of the principles that I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to share these principles with you because they have helped me start multiple businesses and scale them. Just like what you see here, you know, 29,000 pounds just yesterday. Okay, I think that's around maybe $35,000 in a single day. And by the way, that's one of my 5 income streams. 5 income streams. You know, the average millionaire has 7 income streams. And if you're trying to get to that stage where you want to make more money for yourself, your family, for your community, whatever goals you have, don't just rely on one income, right? Like most people have one job, or they might get a part-time job somewhere else, maybe driving Uber or, you know, working somewhere else, but they don't think, how do I create the asset once and the asset needs to pay me forever? And that's how wealthy people think. And I want to share this with you because just online, I have over 5 income streams. I've got plenty more outside, private investments, so all sorts of other stuff. But for now, you know, 29,000 pounds in a single day is more than enough for most people, right? If you could make that in a single month, most people's life would change. And the reason why I know this, and the reason why I'm going to share these 3 key steps, and then I've got a handful of things I want to share with you, is so many people, they think that just by, you know, choosing one thing that they can somewhat become successful, and that they almost forget. And I see this even with the smartest people. They forget that there's a series of steps one must take. So for example, when I first got started on the internet trying to make money online, and by the way, you know, a lot of the times people say, you know, they can do claims and stuff, but I just want to show you these awards. If you can just flip it over here. Okay, these awards, by the way, represent $10 million each. Okay, so that's $10 million there, that's $10 million there, that's $1 million, and I'm waiting actually on my third $10 million award. The reason why I share this with you is because I've used this not to just make, you know, 20 or 30 grand or some money today and tomorrow. I've been able to use this to literally generate tens of millions of dollars in sales for myself over a decade. And so I want to share with you 3 things. And when I say 3 steps, I really mean 3 fundamental things that you first must understand before I give you the steps. And the first one is you must actually have an open mind, okay? An open mind. And what that means is that it's a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. You know, so many people, when I see them on the internet or when they come to my live events, they'll say something like, hey, you know, I already know this before, or, this is too good to be true, or is this a scam? I just showed you, like, this is real live income proof that I just showed you from one of my many businesses. And people will still say, is this a scam? And I'm like, what world are you living in? So I put people in two categories, okay? An open mind or a closed mind. Either they have a growth mindset, okay, or a fixed mindset. And so many times what happens is people will come in and they have a broke mindset. I don't mean to say that you're broke, if you're watching this or whatever, but a broke mindset is not necessarily, oh yeah, I don't have 50 or 100 grand in my bank account. That's not being broke. A broke mindset, and someone who's being literally broke, is that they have a really negative way of looking at everything. Okay, so the first thing is having an open mindset. Okay, being able to understand, hey, you know what if it's possible? Like, what if I can actually do this? What if, it's not a scam? What if it's actually possible? Because it is. Okay, so an open mind versus a fixed mindset, a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. Are you someone that's pessimistic, always looking for, it ain't gonna work? Or are you someone who says, how can I make it work? If that person does it, how can I also do it? If it's working for him or her, who do I need to do and who do I need to become in order to get the result? Okay, so first thing is an open mindset. The second thing is you need to have some sort of system. Okay, now this is where a lot of people get it wrong as well. Okay, they look at one way of making money. For example, my actual business, although I can show you whatever, 29,000 pounds in sales just yesterday with over 60% net, that's actually not my main business. Okay, my main business is teaching people how to build high ticket offers with sales funnels and all that good stuff. But in this business, okay, I have what's called a system. The system works. I'm going to give you the 5 steps that's required for the system to succeed. But the system is just a mechanism, a way of making money. Now, a lot of the times, people will come in to learn. Let's just say they come across a YouTube video, or they come across an email list or a webinar or a course or a seminar, whatever. And they'll think, oh, but I have already heard this, or I already know this system, or I already know how this works. And the truth is, almost every single person can teach you that has the expertise like I have, which really there's not a lot of people like that, but that's beside the point, is when they teach you how to make money, they have developed a system. So for example, I've developed a unique system, and I don't develop these systems because I need to teach in a course or something, right? Because that's not really how I make my money. I actually make more money from this system right now, as of today, okay, as of now actually, from the actual system than I do selling it. The selling part, the how-to part, it's great, it's a bonus, but I don't rely on that. Now, sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, all he's doing is making YouTube videos so he can sell his courses. So you're somewhat right, smart guy or girl. The system is what you want to develop. Now, if you do not have the expertise of developing a system where you find a blueprint and then you literally try it, you follow through, and if it doesn't work, you're tweaking it as you're going along. If that doesn't work for you, then you keep trying. If it does work for you, then you develop your own system. Like for myself, I call this system, specifically the e-commerce one, I call it e-com automatic. When it comes to the sales funnels business, I call it the sales funnels methodology. So that's a system, it's a framework. If you're in business and you're getting results, then you need to get really good at developing frameworks, which I'm going to share with you my e-com automatic framework, my 5-step e-com automatic framework. But in this case, whatever you're doing, you want to build a process, a system, an SOP, something around it where you can say, hey, I understand this. Okay, now I can pass you on to someone else. That's a system. A system, a few things about a system is, one, it must work 24/7. So for example, the systems that I have, these things work 24/7 because I could be here making videos on YouTube and it's working for me. I could be out traveling around the world like I've traveled all over the world, or I could be out with my family or eating something or hanging out or doing whatever. And the system is working for me. Okay, I am not trading my time for dollars. When you are in a job, when you are in a position where you have to trade your hours for dollars, here's what happens. You're essentially sucked into anything but a system. But that in itself is a system. It's just one that doesn't work for you right now. I hope this is making sense. Is this making sense to you? Let me know in the comments. By the way, if this is your first time in the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm posting 3 to 5 videos every single week to help you really learn about finance, about making money online, keeping it, growing it, making sure that you avoid costly mistakes that I've made. Okay, so what is the system right now in your business that's making you money? Okay, what is the system? Because there's a system. Your job may be a system. You using Facebook is a system. You watching this on YouTube is a system. You reading other people's emails. There is a system right now that's making you money. And so you want to ask yourself, how do I optimize this system so that I can make money whilst I sleep? I can give this system to someone else. Like, this is what I've done, by the way. Okay, I developed this system for myself many years ago, leveraging e-commerce, leveraging stuff like Shopify, and I discovered a unique methodology that no one else is doing. And so then I said to myself, okay, cool, I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna make a lot of money for myself. And then I trained someone, okay, and I actually trained someone who's 21 years old. I don't even know. He's 21, so he doesn't even have a degree. He's not, no offense to him if you're watching this, but I wouldn't say he's the smartest kid around, but he's very shrewd and smart at following a system. Does that make sense? Okay, I myself, by the way, I don't even have a degree, right? I dropped out of university in my final year. And I came to the realization is if I have the right system, I can go out and get results. And you have to have an open mind for this thing to even work. You know, when I go over my 5-step e-com automatic program, okay, guess what? Before someone introduced this system to me, I had to have an open mind. Now, I don't know if this is your first time watching my stuff, but I want to share with you, when I first got started, I remember very clearly, I had met this guy who was speaking at a seminar, and he was sharing how he was able to generate literally over $100,000 in a single day, per day. That's how much he was making. And he used to sell digital products. And at that time, I remember like 10 years ago, $100,000 a year was a lot of money for me. Okay, and I was like, oh my gosh, how is this even possible? And I was very fortunate that within a couple of times meeting this gentleman, he decided to mentor me. And I remember, I was so excited. I went home and I literally told every single person, guys, I met this guy, and he could even talk my mother language, right? He could talk my same mother language. And I was telling them, this guy is from India, he speaks Sylheti, and he's making 100 grand a day. And I remember at the time, all of my friends, like, they were just completely laughing at me, saying, this is BS, like, stay away. I remember one of my, friends at the time, he's not a friend anymore for obvious reasons, but he said to me, you know what, Shaq, what you need to do is, you need to go back and get a real 9-to-5 job like everyone else. Why are you always chasing this? And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? That guy has a fixed mindset. I have a growth mindset, and I'm going to have an open mind. And therefore, I'm going to have a system, and either I'm going to buy the system, invest in the system, I'm going to develop the system, but I need to follow a system, which is, you can call it a roadmap, a blueprint, okay? You can call it whatever you want, a method. My friend Russell Brunson calls everything a secret, so we're gonna call it a secret. Whatever the case is, okay? You need a system that basically works. And then the last one, this is the part that a lot of people get it wrong. And I see people with, this is the people that usually have huge egos, and they think that they're better than everyone else, that they don't need the right support or training or whatever. And these are the people that will say stuff like, I already know this, I don't need to learn, right? And I call them big ego with a small bank account. Literally every single person that says, I've already heard this, or I know this, I can already assure that they have a huge ego and a small bank account. Because guess what happens with people that have big bank accounts? They are the people that are always willing to learn. Okay, for me, I openly tell my team, I openly tell my students and my clients, listen, I may know just a little bit more than you, okay? But I'm always in learning stage. Does that make sense? I have what's called a beginner's mindset. I may be an expert and a world-class pro at what I do, and I get paid the big bucks, $10,000, $50,000 and beyond for my consulting, for my time. But I'm telling you right now, I'm always learning. I'm always out. I'm always committed to learning. And I learn with an open mind, with a system, and I get mentorship. Okay? This is what I do. Okay? I am always looking for mentorship. I'm always looking for who can mentor me so I don't have to make the mistakes. Why? Because I want to always up-level my game. If you've been around for any given time, you and I realize and know that time is the only thing you can't control, right? Time is the only thing that you can't create. But like I said, you need to have an open mind. You got to have a proven system that works for you. Now, here's also something that people get wrong. Just because a system works for one person, okay, and this is, by the way, this is a video that's going to be controversial and people ain't going to like this. But just because there's one way of making money does not necessarily mean that you are going to be the person that's going to follow this system and you're going to also make money. Does that make sense? Okay, so one of the things this is one of the reasons why everyone that works with us, they have to apply to even be considered a client. Because we can tell from the get-go, from having one or two conversations, hey, this person ain't going to be right. We don't want to offer our exclusive premium products and services to that person. So I want you to keep this in mind. However, this system that I've developed right now, which is called my e-com automatic formula, I'm giving you the formula here right now. The reason why this one works is because it appeals to the extrovert who wants to make cash flow, have a business, and he also appeals to the introvert, someone who wants to have a cash flowing business on the side, somewhat like, imagine if you were, maybe you are an introvert, but someone where you don't need to talk to people all the time, right? This one, literally, you just send messages. If you can send messages on Instagram and on Snapchat and a few other places, you can run with this system, okay? So why I also mention the power of this system is because a lot of business owners / people that are looking to get into entrepreneurship, the big mistake that they make is that they want to become millionaires when they haven't even mastered thousandaires. Does that make sense? Right? First and foremost, you have to learn how to actually make a few $1,000s on the internet. Make your first $10,000. Learn how to make some money. Learn the mechanics and the what technology to use on how to make money first and foremost. Then you want to go and start scaling. Then you want to say, okay, you know what? Let me now figure out how to make $1 million. But a lot of people, they make this mistake, right? It's like people that make mistakes in the coaching and consulting industry, right? They want to, have this great product and service, but then they don't want to learn marketing. So who's going to market your products and services, right? And so the last one, like I said, is mentorship, okay? So get my pen out. Mentorship is essentially when someone is giving you a system that's proven, is helping you throughout the correct way to approach your mindset, your mentality, how you perceive things. Because perception is powerful, and how you are able to perceive different challenges, different wins, that's what will determine how far you go. And trust me, as someone who's been in this game for the last 10 years, and really for the first 5 years, I didn't sleep much, I didn't have any friends whatsoever. I was locked behind the computer working, for 6-7 days a week, all day, all night. So really, I've got more than, like I'd say 15, 20 years of experience and expertise in this stuff. So Hopefully this was valuable. What I'm going to share with you right now is my 5-step e-com automatic formula. Okay, remember what I said, you want to have a system that consists of a bulletproof formula that it just works if someone is able to follow through. And so if you are excited, drop me a comment in the comment section below right now with the word excited, so I can see who are my first peeps, who are my first commenters. I want to get to know you and see how I can help you. And this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video right now, is because I'm going to show you 5 steps for my e-com automatic. Okay, just the same thing that has helped me. Where is it? Let me just refresh it. Maybe we've got even some more sales here right now. Okay, just like the same thing, okay, same thing yesterday, today, all right? This is the kind of stuff that we do every single day. And by the way, this is one of my 5 online streams of income, so it's not really my main one. But once you understand this formula, then you can put it into a system, get your mind opened up, have a system that works for you, and get the right mentorship so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I made. Because let me tell you, every single business, this is how you spot someone who's a real professional and someone who is an expert and they have expertise. A newbie, someone who's just a overnight, in 1 to 2 years, they just become this millionaire and now they're making all sorts of YouTube videos, which is good for them. But I call them amateurs. Why? Because they've never been punched in the face. They don't have the scars. Okay, I have all the scars because I made all the mistakes. And you know what? I'm not even afraid to tell you about all my mistakes. Guess what? I still make mistakes. So I'm not going to point and position this as something that I'm so perfect and this works for perfect people. The bottom line is this. If you've tried so many different products and systems and coaches and masterminds and programs and other courses and nothing has worked for you, then I want to share this with you. So I'm just going to wipe this off right now. First one, understanding and riding what I call the trend, okay? Riding the trend. Now, a lot of the times, people get into an industry, a niche, way too late, okay? It's just like Bitcoin. You know how many times I was telling people, by the way, this is not investment advice. I'm not going to tell you to go buy Bitcoin, which you should definitely learn about it. But, back when Bitcoin was $100 to all the way up to $3,000, right? I remember like some of my mentors, they told me, hey, Shaq, go and buy Bitcoin. And you know what? I made sure that I didn't lose out on that wave. When it came to affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing, I rode that wave. When it came to agency business models, I had my first agency, gosh, I must have been 22, 23 years old. I had my first multiple 7-figure, multiple $1 million profit-driven agency. It was called soloadsagency.com. Many people, I served thousands and thousands of customers through that program. I educated an entire industry on the power of solo ads. And that was nearly 10 years ago, okay? Then the next way, sales funnels. I own sales funnels and funnels.com, and these were domains that I purchased for a rather large sum of money, like 5-6 years ago. Okay, high ticket products. I've been doing high ticket products for now over 10 years, and people are just coming on into the scene about high ticket. How about YouTube ads? I was running YouTube ads before most people even knew what YouTube ads were. I made a killing on YouTube ads. Facebook ads. I think like 6, 7, 8 years ago, we was running Facebook ads. I spent more than a couple of $1 million of my own money just in paid traffic in Facebook ads, in YouTube, in email marketing, a lot of my own money. So I was able to ride the trend. Okay, most people are way too late to ride the trend. And one of my in business, everyone has something called a superpower. Just always remember this, okay? Some people, are very good at doing sales. Some people are very good at speaking on stage. Some people are very good at making YouTube videos, okay? Which is what I'm trying to get really good at, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Okay, make sure you hit subscribe, like, comment, and follow my YouTube channel. So Some people are really good at building software. Okay, I got friends that are so good at software or coding or financial trading the markets. But what I realize is that nothing happens if you aren't riding the trend, and this could also be known as timing. Okay, timing. This is probably one of the most important factors of all success, and no one's going to tell you this stuff, and I'm going to tell you this because what I found is that people, you don't even have to be that smart. Trust me, if you are in the right time at the right place, you can almost, guarantee your level of success. Okay, I know this, and I see when I run campaigns on, let's just say, Instagram or Snapchat or any different platforms that we use more than 10 different platforms. When I'm building and growing my business, one of the things that I always look at is, if something is getting me an insane ROI, I necessarily don't share this stuff. Okay, I don't share this stuff with anyone else, maybe a few of my private client groups, but I use this and I maximize it. I basically go and milk it. Why? Because I realize this is not something that's available and most people haven't even caught up on it. Does that make sense? Okay, so I want to give you, instead of just giving you a tactic, I want to show you the thinking behind it. And so riding the trend. Where are you riding the trend right now? Okay, like think about, what's popular right now. E-commerce, Shopify, drop shipping, Amazon, like the COVID pandemic thing hit. How many companies went out of business except for Amazon? Think about it. Amazon's the Jeff Bezos' net worth went up by like 13 or 19 billion dollars, something ridiculous in like a single period of a week or day or something, right? Like just like mind-blowing numbers. And so why? Riding the trend is timing, right? His timing couldn't have been more perfect. Everyone's at home, they're thinking about signing up for Amazon Prime, signing up for all of this. When you look at the marketing industry, sales funnels, people, they need a sales funnel. They want to be launching webinars and courses and coaching and consulting. This is a trend, right? This is a wave. Back when I was starting out in internet marketing, there used to be waves of something called ClickBank, which is still around. But there was all sorts of other stuff like, JVZoo and all of this and Warrior Forum. This was the stuff 10 years ago. I don't even know if those things even exist anymore, right? But maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't really care. But bottom line is this, riding the trend. You must think to yourself as a general who's thinking 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 steps ahead, right? I'm always thinking, what are my next 5 moves? What are my next 10, 15, 20 moves? Where am I going over the next 3 years, 5 years, 10, 20 years? What's going on? What's going on in the industry? The industry that I'm in, is it gonna stay the same? Is there gonna be new players? How is it gonna be disrupted? How am I gonna disrupt my own industry? Okay, who are the most talented people that I can go and hire? For mentorship for myself, for guidance? Who can I hire so that I can bring them on my team? Who can I hire so that they can be part of my network, right? That's what I'm looking for, because the old saying, your network is your net worth. It's absolutely true. I can at any given time literally send a message to anyone on my contact list and I can have 5 to 10 people that are super qualified, that have spent tens of millions of dollars on Facebook ads to come and join my Facebook team, right? Like that's the power of a network. I don't have to go and look. It's already there, right? And so when you ride the trend and you are able to time, you're able to rake in profits better than everyone else. And so how do you ride the trend? Look at where all of the biggest companies are. What are they doing? The companies that are going offline, they're coming online. The companies that are online, what are they doing? They're increasing their ad spend. They're going out, they're coming up with more creative marketing to get your attention. Why? Because everyone's home right now. Okay, so next one is you want to identify, I'm going to change this to 5, okay? You want to identify winning markets, okay? Winning markets / products, Okay, I do not just look for products, I look for winning markets. Now, what's a winning market? A winning market right now would be people are stuck at home, and guess what they're looking for? They're getting their teeth whitened, they are getting their hair fixed, they're getting beauty products. Like, these are the things that needs to be marketed to. Like, identify winning markets. Okay, so that's a market. The beauty industry. Now, what's a product that you can develop, partner up, you can sell, you can affiliate with, you can joint venture with, that you can sell in a winning market? Does that make sense? Okay, a product, you want to identify winning products in a winning market. Not just, oh, this is a great product of the day, of the week, of the month. You want to think to yourself, what's a market that's booming? Okay, what's a market that's booming? Like, I'll tell you right now, a market in the health space that's booming right now is the green drink space. Okay, I'm a sucker. I love drinking all these green drinks and red drinks. Athletic Greens is my #1 favorite. Organifi. There's a whole bunch of these, green drinks and Welco sticks that I take and whatever. And guess what? I'm ordering a lot more right now than I've ever done. Okay, why? Identify winning markets, winning products. Okay, so ask yourself this question, where are you identifying winning products and winning markets? And who's already winning? So one of my secrets is I actually go and I look for websites such as trends.co. That's one. Number two, I go to stuff like Indiegogo. I go to Kickstarter, and I see what are the things that are being funded right now. What are the things that's just taken off? Like, what are the products and services for that in different industry, right? Like, think about it, and you want to start developing a second order thinking process. For example, right now, people are staying at home. Okay, if they stay at home, that means they're not going out much, right? If they're not going out much, what are they doing? They're sitting in front of a computer. Okay, they're sitting to use Facebook or whatever. Now, if they're doing that, what's the next thing that they have? What's a byproduct of sitting down too much on the computer? You have back pain, right? Okay, what if you could develop or partner up or affiliate with a back pain related product or service? Does that make sense? Like, what if you could get it? Okay, just like think about it and then do some research. You can go to Google, use the Google keyword tool and see how many people are searching for a product or service on a given month. And then you want to see, when you are on Instagram or on Facebook, visit the top 10, 20 different websites and see how they retarget you. And what will happen is, when you start doing some research into these sites, a lot of the times, if you go and like their Facebook fan page, then you will also be targeted with something similar, right? And so now go and check out, what are people running ads for? If you're on Instagram and you scroll up and down for a few minutes, you'll see so many ads. What are people actually advertising? Okay, so you want to identify winning products and winning markets. And then one of the things that I do is I save products and services that I've seen that have been running for so long. Okay, so for example, there was a product that I saw in the health space, and I've been wanting to get into this space for around, I'd say, a good 3 to 4 years. I've looked at acquiring some of the top domains, top assets. I was so close to even buying another company in the health space. And I know that this market is really hot. It's winning, okay? It's riding the trend, especially with what's happening with people at home. And then I found a guy who is spending $500,000 a month on Facebook ads, on advertising, basically, marketing a very similar health product. Okay, so now what am I doing? I'm connecting and I'm building my network, right? So that when I'm ready to launch my green product in the health market, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going straight to him. I don't need to dilly, waste money, waste time. I don't need to try 50 different Facebook ad gurus. I can just go straight to that one guy because he's got expertise in the health space. Does that make sense to you? Right? This is how you want to start thinking. Trust me, when you start developing this thinking, the game changes. So the next one is, you want to be able to source these products, okay? Now there's so many different products, and what I'm going to do is I'll include some of the links below this video where you can go and source products, and you can source products in the UK, in USA, you can use AliExpress, Alibaba. There's a whole bunch of these sites. If you're in Singapore, in the Asian markets, there's Lazada, there's Q10. There's so many different sites that you can use, and you can check. You can go to something like, any of these sites and just see what is the best selling product, and then start reaching out to people that are suppliers. Okay, this is exactly how we found our supplier based in China, and now she sends over hot winning products, okay, winning products in winning markets that we can literally use, okay, because she also helps us source the product, create the product, and now we just have to go in and we create, okay, a new angle. So a new marketing plan, a new system to sell the product and service and all of this, okay? And essentially a new angle is something like where we would take a product and we would not just work on the angle as to why the product is so good, but who is the right audience, okay? So who is the right audience? This is, by the way, where we get traffic, okay? Who is the right audience that will come and buy this product that we've got? Okay, so where are these people? And one of the things that I do is I ask myself, okay, who's already got, this is such a valuable question, trust me. This is a question that you want to ask yourself, which is who already has your customers? Okay, so just make a list of every single user of your customer and then ask yourself, who already has your customers? Okay, because if they have your customers, then now you are able to tap into their customer base. And one of the, I'll give you, three different ways that we get customers is we go to Google, and we find who are the top players that have got all of our customers, and then we figure out how can we do a deal with them where they can recommend our products and services to their list. That's number one. Number two, we use Instagram, okay, Instagram influencers. Number three, we use something called Snapchat. Okay, so these are, say, three. We have a lot more, but I'm just giving you three of what I would recommend most people to get started with. And once you do that, then you get the product that you've identified, okay, riding the trend, and you put that into what we call a funnel, okay, or a website. And you can do this pretty easily these days with sales funnels, with click funnels. There you go, click funnels, with Shopify. What else is there? There's a whole bunch of these sites that you could literally just get this up and going, okay? So this is basically what I've identified as the first three that I shared with you, the three mindset shifts that you need to have. One must have this in order to be able to think to themselves and actually move forward. Because a lot of the times you don't want to be stuck in just information consumption mode. You don't want to be just consuming another video on YouTube or watching this on wherever you're watching this. You want to be able to say, how do I go from consumption mode to production mode, okay? And if this sounds like riding the trend so that you don't get left behind, you want to actually create cash flow today and wealth for a long time, generational wealth, identify winning markets and products, source products, create a new angle, how you can sell the product with a unique twist to it. That's what will make you stand out from the crowd, okay? You must always ask a new angle, a new story, a new hook, a new way to position, package, and promote your product. Okay, then you get traffic to it into the funnel. Okay, this is what really, like, if you miss one of these, it's like if you now just say, oh yeah, you know what, I want to get into this market because I really like this. Okay, who cares if you like something? Which, just being very direct. Because it's what the market wants, right? You might say, yeah, I really love these pens, by the way. I can talk about these pens for ages. You know why? Because if you get the wrong pen, okay, the wrong pen, doesn't have the right nib. It runs out too quick. It's usually, cheap. But this brand is dope. Now, if I say, oh my gosh, I really like these pens, maybe I should get into the pen market. Well, I don't know anything about the pen market, so to speak. I don't know how much the average order value is, how much the CPA is, the cost per acquisition. I don't know if I can sell pens on a recurring basis. Maybe I could put something together. But what I'm looking for is what fits every single one of these things, okay? So even the fact that a funnel, okay, I don't want to just use a plain old boring website. I want to have a funnel where when people come in, they are offered so many different products and services, okay? And so these are the 5 steps for my e-com automatic method. Remember, I talked about you must have a system. This is essentially my method for me making money on e-commerce. And I'll tell you right now, I don't even see myself as an e-commerce expert. I know I show you, what, £29,000 in a day and all of this stuff, but I do not even see myself as someone who is an e-commerce expert. I see myself as an online marketing expert, but what I have done is I've built this network of people that are experts when it comes to e-commerce. And these are usually people mainly in London. Some of them are, scattered all over the world, but most of them are in London, where, I have trained them up and now they've gone out and helped myself build stores like this, or every now and then they take on a handful of clients, which we call our e-com automatic system, okay? So I shared with you the e-com automatic formula, okay? These are the 5 steps. And now what I'm going to invite you, and this is not for everyone, but I'll just say, if you want to learn more, there's going to be a link below where you can actually request some more information for free, get on a demo call where, we'll actually show you how we do this stuff. It's not rocket science, it's not a get rich quick program or anything like that. So if you're interested, just go click on the link below. You go check it out. Other than that, listen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I just made it a personal goal. So I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a comment on what your favorite takeaway is, or if there's anything else that you'd like for me to make a video on. I read your comments. I respond to them in the first 24 hours. So go ahead, respond right now. Click on the link below and learn more. I will see you in the next video.